Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Bakaki. Welcome to the continuation of Chapter 5 on quadratics, or graphs of parabolas. This section specifically talks about identifying the vertex, or one topic of this section, of a parabola. Alright, so this is 5.1, continue. You're probably going to hear my dogs playing in the background. I think they have cabin fever just like the rest of us. This weather is a little brutal. Okay, so let's look at some examples of graphs of a parabola. Now, I don't really know the equation here. This is just a sketch of two parabolas, and I want to find the vertex. What is the vertex? It's the point at which the parabola intersects the x-axis, the axis of symmetry, which is the x-axis in this case. So, in a previous video, we can identify our axis of symmetry, and these are sketches, so my parabolas aren't exact, but, yeah, so here's my axis of symmetry. What is my x value? Okay, what is the value of this? Well, x is 1, 2, 3, x is 3, so my axis of symmetry is x equals 3. It's a vertical line at 3. Okay, so that actually gives me half of my vertex. Now I just need to find my y value, and it's pretty obvious. We only go up 1 unit. So my vertex is over 3 and up 1, and we're done. Vertex is 3, 1. Now let's come over here to this graph, and maybe it's not as obvious. I kind of have something right in the middle of 2 points, right? So let's make an estimated guess. And again, my drawings, it's pretty hard to be exact using these pens. So let's look. How far over on the x-axis, and maybe I should label this x, y, x, y. How far over on the x-axis am I? And let's count. 1, 2, and what looks like a half. So my x is 2.5. Again, that also means that that's my axis of symmetry. Alright, what's my y value? How far up on the y-axis? Oops. How far up on the y-axis is this graph going? We go up 1 unit, 2 units, and it looks like that's 2.5 as well. So my vertex is 2.5 and 2.5. Okay, so visually speaking, it's kind of obvious where we can find our vertex in our parabolas. But what if we don't have a graph and say we want to find our vertex? Just give it an equation, and I'll put y equals. Or you can have f of x equals. Both things mean the same, right? Y and f of x. Get used to seeing f of x, though, quite a bit. Okay, so how do I know what my vertex is just by looking at this equation? Well, to find the axis of symmetry, there is a little formula we can use, and that is, let's see, axis of symmetry, in this case, will be our x-coordinate, can be obtained by plugging in numbers to negative b all over 2a. Okay, again, that's our x-coordinate. We need both. So let's find what our x-coordinate is in this case. I am going to label this. This is my a, this is my b, this is c. Okay, so 2 is a, 1 is b, it's implied, it's right in front of the x, and negative 1 is c. So negative b is negative 1 all over 2a. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, that's my x value. I want to find my y value, though, so what I'm going to do is take my negative 1/4 and plug it into my equation. That will give me my y. So, let's see, I have 2 times negative 1/4 squared plus negative 1/4, minus 1. Order of operations tells me I need to apply my exponents first before I distribute this 2. So negative 1/4 squared is just negative 1/4 times 1/4, negative 1/4. That gives you 1/16. And then we're going to multiply it by 2, which is 2 over 16, right? Because that's like saying 2 over 1. And that ultimately reduces to 1/8. So we have 1/8 plus a negative 1/4, or just minus 1/4, minus 1. So some fractions going on here. How can I rewrite? If it's not obvious, sometimes you have to find a common denominator and add or subtract. So 1/4, what does that become in terms of 8? Well, that's just 2/8. That's my dog, sorry. And 1, as we all know, can be written as 8 over 8, 100 over 100, infinity over infinity, what have you. So what does that equal now? I have 1 minus 2 minus 8 all over 8. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 8 is negative 9/8. That's my y value. So my vertex will be negative 1/4, and my y value we found was negative 9/8. So we'll do more practice of this in class, and you may see it in a later section. I just wanted to do a quick example to get you ready for that concept. Have a good day.